Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be looking at a live capture card for the PC. So this device here by AVerMedia is a Live Gamer Ultra. Model number is GC553 and I've purchased this device to start being able to record gaming footage from the PS5 or Xbox Series X or even Nintendo Switch here that I've got here maybe, so that I can better record game content and put it on my channel. Previously you may have seen videos I've put on of me playing Gran Turismo or some games on Xbox, Forza, etc. And what I've had to do is actually point the camera at the TV to try and record the game footage, which is not desirable at all. You know, it's not a great output. Yeah, it's done the job, but it would be a lot better if I could use a device like this and maybe make some better quality gaming videos for the people that are watching my channel. So there is a model above this one which is called the Live Gamer Bolt, and that one uses a Thunderbolt connection. This one here uses a USB 3.1 interface to connect to your device, and I believe it can possibly connect to Android as well or iOS, but I'm going to be using it here with an old, this is an old Windows Dell 2-in-1 tablet / PC. It's an i7 with 16 gig of RAM. So I've already got some software installed on there from the AVerMedia website. Just to save some time, we're going to go ahead and crack this open. I'm going to try and connect the Nintendo Switch to it in docked mode. So you can see I've got a bunch of cables here to power up. I'm going to be powering the Switch dock via this power bank, which I also did do a review on a short while back. And then we're going to see if we can get the Switch on the actual tablet, and I'll also try, if I can, if I've got enough cables here, to connect this up to the TV and maybe see if we can get a view of what's going on here in the capture mode whilst we're looking at the actual game on the TV at the same time. So we may or may not get to that stage. Let's see how we go. So first things first, let's get the shrink wrap off and get this thing open and have a look at what's in the box. When we do unpack it and connect it up to the PC, I have installed the actual firmware updater. So one of the first things we'll do is might as well go ahead and update the firmware on this box. This thing is capable of capturing up to 4K at up to 60 frames per second, I believe, and the lower resolutions, we can see some of the specs here, maybe 1080p at up to 120 Hertz. So that's pretty much probably the mode I'm going to be using, either 4K 60 or 1080 at 120 Hertz. So it meets my requirements so far, I hope, as long as it works well. That's the main thing. So let's go ahead and get this out. So there's the unit itself. From a size perspective, I didn't really expect much. I think that's probably what I expected. Fits sort of in the palm of your hand there. And if we have a look at the top, it's got a heat sink there, as you can see, inside the red metal cage, and there's probably a cooling system in there. I'm guessing there may also be a fan in there. Just trying to have a look at it on the side there, and you might just be able to see inside or might not. I think there's a cooling fan in there. Might even hear it when you power it on. On top end, we've got two HDMI ports. We've got HDMI in and HDMI out. So on the HDMI in, I'll have the HDMI cable going in from the Nintendo Switch, and out will be going through to the TV. So already I'm one HDMI cable short, and I will try and rectify that. So where are we? On the other side, we've got a USB-C 3.1 interface. You can see there, that's the only interfaces on the device. The other sides are just, again, ventilation for the unit itself. It's got a nice finish, I suppose. Nothing fancy going on there. It looks like an aluminium, I think it's aluminium frame, and then the top and bottom are just plastic. And you've got some rubber feet there, which may help keep the device in place. Who knows? This is going to be powered via USB-C. Let's quickly have a look at what else is in the box. Maybe some cables. Hopefully a HDMI cable. Yes, we have another HDMI cable because I'm going to need that. We have a what do we have here? We've got a USB-A to USB 3.1 cable, I suppose. So it's a super speed USB cable. And then here I've also got a product card with a serial number on it, which I'm just going to try and mask. Yeah, that's got a product code on it for a piece of software, Power Director 15. So I'm not going to show that product key because I'll be using that. And then we've also got just some extended warranty and etc. and some paperwork. Quick start guide. I'll keep that aside just in case we need to refer to it whilst we're setting this thing up. Hopefully we won't need to. I'm just going to get this box out of the way for a second and I'll throw that USB cable there with the rest of the collection of cables. It's going to bring the PC into play. So as I said, I've installed some software on it already to get us started, and as you can see there, I have got the firmware installation. I'm just going to lay this flat at the moment for the kickstand in. So we've got the firmware installer there ready to go. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. You can see I was on the website just downloading some bits. So let's go ahead and connect this up. I'm going to use the cable that came with it because why not? And this tablet is great. This was a great option for this video because it has got USB-A port on this side, and then I can't remember what the spec is of these because this is too old now, and it's got 2 Thunderbolt ports on that side as well, which is just phenomenal, and a micro USB port, SD card, sorry, micro SD card slot there. Overall, this tablet is a really good, very functional 2-in-1 tablet from Dell. And if you want me to do a review on this and compare it with something like the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, please leave a comment in the section below and I'll be more than happy to do a comparison for you. Windows tablet versus Android tablet. I've got the keyboard for this as well and it's a really good keyboard. Let's go ahead and connect this in. It's a very thick cable, so it might have a bit of difficulty placing this stuff in the right places. Move the box well out of the way. Let's connect this in because as you can see it's waiting for this device to be connected. It's in, the power lights come on as you can see there. I can hear the fan spinning in there if I hold it close. You may or may not pick it up in the camera, I don't know. Very low buzzing noise. You're not going to be able to hear that while you're gaming away. So it's detected it. Make sure, well, I'm going to do redetect and hopefully it's going to pick up the device it's connected. As you can see it has. It's showing that the current firmware is 1.4.7.3 and the update version is 1.4.9.6. So I'm going to go ahead and update that now. Takes about 7 minutes. It says do not remove the USB cable, start update. And what I'll do is whilst it's installing that firmware update, I'm just going to pause this video because it's probably going to be worse than watching paint dry. Doesn't look like it's going to take 7 minutes, but we'll be right back. Right, so the firmware update is complete. It's saying that I should disconnect the device and reconnect it to continue using. So what I'll do is I'll disconnect it, I'll connect it again and then I'll hit confirm. I was literally about to start setting up some cables, but then the update message came out very quickly. So I've disconnected it, I've reconnected it, and I'm going to go ahead and hit confirm, and something's happened. Cool. So it's picking up here. I'll try and bring this closer to the screen here as well. Problem, okay, so I don't need to worry about that. That's completely something else. Right, go ahead and before I fire up the actual application that I've installed, which is AVerMedia RE Central 4, right, before I fire that up, which is the actual software I downloaded from the AVerMedia website, I'm just going to go and try OBS Studio and see what happens there, right? So if I've got OBS Studio here, I haven't fired this up yet, obviously I've just unpacked this as you've been watching, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can add a source and see if it picks up the video input, video capture device. So there we go. If I do create a new capture device and click OK, oh, mind you there, what is it doing there? It's showing my camera, which I don't want to do. What I want to do is I want to see if I can select, there we go, Live Game Ultra Video. That's what I want to do. So that looks like it's working. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there for a second. And whilst that's on that screen, we're going to go ahead and connect the Nintendo Switch up quickly, right? So I'm not going to bother connecting the Switch to the TV for now. First, let's just see if this works. If this works, then we can just see that the device is able to OBS is able to capture this. I'm not really interested in using the original software that came with it because OBS does the jobs for me, to be honest. So I'll quickly connect the power cable for the switch as well. Again, using this absolute monster of a power bank, total 138 watt output on this power bank. Absolute monster. I have done a video review of it. If you want to go and watch it, please go ahead and look at my previous videos. If I remember, I'll paste a link as well for you. Right, so this should power the switch in docked mode. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Get the Joy-Cons out and let's see what happens. Right, it's working. So what you're seeing there is you're seeing the Nintendo Switch. Right, you can see this. There you go. So this is going to be great because I'm going to be able to connect a device to that and record whilst I'm playing, right? What I'll also do is I'll test to make sure that my mics, so I use Rode wireless microphones, the Wireless Go 2. I did do a review on those very long time ago when I bought them as well. And the idea is I'll have the wireless mics connected to the PC. That will be acting as an input source as well for audio. Hopefully that will be capturing my voice whilst the HDMI input is capturing audio and video. Sound source should be coming from HDMI as well. I'll try and put the volume up here. I don't know if we're going to hear sound. Doesn't look like it. I should be getting some sound because it is showing it's capturing some audio, and it's definitely not this audio. So you can see that little sound bar bopping up and down there, right? Why I can't hear it on here, maybe I need to mess around with the output, but in any case it does look like it's capturing audio, which is good. So maybe what I'll do is I'll hit record on this as well. I'll hit start recording. And right, so I've actually started recording this here. I'm just going to quickly have a quick gameplay, and what I'll do is whilst I'm playing, I'll actually post this clip in the video. So I'll put this in either at the end or here right now while I'm playing this, so you get an idea of what the capture quality is like, right? And then I'll go ahead and try and connect this to the TV and see if we can compare. See if there's any latency, see if it's showing me the same thing on the tablet that is showing me over there on the TV, and we'll get an idea of if there's any latency, etc. between the two outputs as well, yeah? So let's go ahead and see how this works quickly. So this is actually recording right now. As you can see, I haven't played this much, right? Let's go through there. Not too much more. I'm just going to record a very, very short piece here so you can see I don't want this video to drag on. I don't like my videos to drag on too long, because I'm sure people at some point lose interest, yeah? Right, so there we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pause. This is a nice game because it's a very, very fluid game, right? And it'll be nice to see how good this looks on the actual video when I'm actually inserting this captured piece. Right, so I paused it. I'm just going to pause the video for a second and get everything set up, get this on the TV, and I'll be right back. Right, so here we are now. I've got the device connected via HDMI out to the TV. I've still got the device connected via HDMI in, as in the switch being the device, right? Connected via HDMI in to the actual video capture card, and that's connected still to the PC via the USB A to C cable, as you can see there. And it's awkwardly bent around the back, and I've got wires running absolutely everywhere, and I've set the camera up in the most awkward position I could, but to try and capture the tablet and the TV at the same time. So I'm just going to go ahead now and get back to gameplay, and hopefully what we'll see is that from a latency perspective, there's absolutely minimum latency, if any, between the two devices. So now I'm going to just go ahead and hit record on the other one because I haven't done that yet, right? As you can see, I'm absolutely terrible at this game, right? I'm just going to go ahead and hit record on this quickly as well, just so that you know it's recording. Start recording. The wrong one. Let's hit start streaming. It's so small I can barely see it. Right, okay, cool. So that's recording as well now, right? So whilst it's recording, I'm going ahead and I'm playing and I'm capturing whilst playing at the same time. That's quite incredible. Right, here we go. So I found a little hidden area there. Cutscene. So we're seeing very, very little to no latency here between the actual capture device, what's going into the actual PC then, and what's being shown on the TV. So it's not affecting the gameplay in any way whatsoever. I'm getting a good frame rate on the TV, I'm getting a good frame rate on the capture device by the looks of it, and I will post these captured footages at the end of the video. If you want to watch them, you'll be able to see the quality of the actual captured footage as well. And on that note, I will thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, please ask them in the comment section below, and if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to hit subscribe on the bottom right hand corner to support my channel. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you in the next video.